Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this mesh long sleeve top. If this looks like what you are interested in, then you should keep on watching. For this project, you're going to need a yarn. Here I'm using this light-weighted yarn. I'm going to be doubling the strand, but if you have a worsted weight yarn, you can also use it for this project. The yarn weighs about 40 grams and I'll be using about 6 of these to make this dress. And then you need a 5.5mm hook, you need a 3.5mm hook, 4.5mm hook. Using these 3 hook sizes is optional. I use different hook size because I wanted to achieve a flare on the sleeve. And then you need a scissors, and of course you also need a measuring tape. You're going to start by making a slip knot. And then I'll be beginning with the 3.5mm hook. Now you're going to chain a multiple of 3 plus 1. Multiple of 3 will be the length of half of your bust measurement. For example, my bust measurement is 38, so 38 divided by 2 is 19. So I'm going to chain the length of half of my bust measurement plus 1, which will be the turning chain. In total, I made 82 chains. That is 81, which is a multiple of 3 plus 1 chain for the turning chain. And then we have here 19 inches for the length. So you're going to skip this first chain here, and on the second chain you're going to place your hook and you make a single crochet. You go to the next chain stitch, you make a single crochet, and to the next chain stitch you make a single crochet. So you're going to be making single crochets until you get to the end of this row. So now when you've gotten to the ending here, we're going to start the mesh pattern. Now to begin the mesh pattern, you're going to chain 4, you turn your work, and you're going to skip 2 stitches. That is this one here and this one, and on the third one here you're going to make a double crochet. You're going to chain 2 and you skip 2 stitches, and on the third one you make a double crochet. You're going to chain 2 and you skip 2 stitches, and on the third one you make a double crochet. You chain 2, you skip 2 stitches, and on the third one you make a double crochet. So you're just going to be repeating this process all up till you get to this point here. So we've approached the ending here, so you're just going to chain 2, you skip 2 chain, and on the last one here you're going to make a double crochet. So now we're officially done with row 1. The combination of the single crochet and the double crochet is what I termed as row 1. Now to begin the row 2, or the single crochet part of the row 2, you're going to chain 1, you turn your work, and on this first double crochet here you're going to make a single crochet. Now remember there were 2 chains here. You're going to locate those 2 chains, you place your hook just like I'm placing mine, not from under. You have to take note of how you are placing your hook. From the front here you make a single crochet, and you go to the next one, you make a single crochet, and then on this one here you're just going to place your hook like this, you make a single crochet. That is on the double crochet stitch. Now on this 2 chain space here you're going to make single crochet each on that same stitch, on those stitches I mean, and then on the double crochet space you make a single crochet, and then on the two chain stitches you're going to make 2 single crochets, and then on the double crochet space you make 1 single crochet, and then on these 2 spaces you make your single crochet. and then on the double crochet space you're going to make a single crochet. That's basically what you'll be repeating until you get to this point. When you get to the ending here, you're just going to repeat what you've been doing. You make one single crochet on the first chain stitch, and then you make another one single crochet on this second stitch. And now to begin the mesh part, you're going to chain 4. You turn your work. You're going to count from this point 1, 2, and on the third one you're going to make a double crochet. You chain 2, you count 1, you count 1, 2, and on this one here you're going to make a double crochet. You chain 2, you count from here 1, 2, and on the third one you make a double crochet. You repeat the same process 1, 2, and on the third one you make a double crochet. So you're going to repeat this process all around, all up till you get to the ending here. So this is how the pattern is so far. So you're basically going to be repeating what you did on this single crochet row here and what you did on the mesh stitch row consecutively until you get to your desired length. So when you've crocheted your desired length, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and you cut out your yarn just like this. Now in total I made about 16 mesh row for the front panel. So the next thing you're going to do is that you're going to replicate the exact same thing you did here on the back panel. So now my back panel is ready, and now it's time to join both of them together. If you look closely, you are going to recognize which one is the front and which one is the back. For mine, this is the front and then this is the back. Now I'm going to be placing the dress front to front. Now the parts where you did your chain stitch should be facing the chain line here. That's the chain where you started, the beginning of your work. You make the beginning of your work face the beginning of your work here. And note that I'm making it front to front. Now you're going to place this dress like this in the mirror and check how wide you want the neckline to be. Like if you want it to be open shoulder, then you are going to join it from this point here. So you're just going to mark how open you want the neckline to be when you place it on your chest, and then you look at the mirror, you just imagine how you want it to be. Now when you've imagined how you want yours to be, you're going to mark that point and then you start joining. So I've marked mine and I've decided that I want the joining to start at the 6th mesh. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to mark same for the second panel, something like this, and then place my stitch marker at that point. And then you're going to mark this other side the same way too. You're going to place your hook on the first single crochet space here and on the first single crochet space on the other side, and then you're going to pull up your yarn and you chain 1. And you're going to arrange the other short yarns along. On that same hole, you're going to place your hook and you make a single crochet. You move on to the next stitch, and to the next stitch on the other side you make a single crochet. You move on to the next stitch here, and to the next stitch on the other side too you make a single crochet. You repeat the same thing. Place your hook here, and to the next stitch on the other panel you make a single crochet. So that's how you're going to be joining this point until you get to the marked point here, this place here. Now when you've gotten to the ending here, all you have to do is to chain 1 and then you cut out your yarn, and then you place your darning needle and then you weave in the ends of this yarn here. And for this one you just have to cut it out. So this is how the front is looking, very neat. So you're going to repeat the same thing you did here for the other side. Now I've joined both sides, and so far this is how it's looking. So it's time to like make the sleeve. My armhole measurement is 15, so I'm going to divide that by 2, which will give me about 7.5, and then I'm going to mark out 7.5 on this dress. So now this is my 7.5. I'm just going to mark that point. I'm going to count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I'll count same for the other panel. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So I'm just going to join them together and then place my stitch marker. Now that I've known that it's just 9 mesh hole here for my armhole, I'm just going to replicate that for the other panel. You're going to place both panel like this, and then on this point here you're going to place your hook, and then you pull up your yarn, you chain 1, and then on that same hole you're going to place your hook and you make a single crochet. After you've done that, you're going to place your hook here, and to the second point here you've made 1 single crochet on the mesh space. Now on that same mesh space you're going to go in there and you make another single crochet, making it 2 single crochet on 1 mesh space. Now on this single crochet space here you're going to make 1 single crochet. And for the mesh space, you go in there, make 1 single crochet. In summary, you're going to be making 2 single crochet on each mesh space, 1 single crochet on the single crochet space, 2 1 2 1 2 1. That's just how it goes. So you're going to do that until you get to this point here. So when you've gotten to the ending here, you're going to turn your work like this. We'll be working on the front side of the dress. To begin the sleeve, you're going to chain 1, and on this single crochet space here you're going to make 1 single crochet. Then on this mesh hole here you're going to be making 2 single crochet on this hole. Just manage, find where you can just place your hook and you make 2 single crochet. And then on this space here you're going to make 1 single crochet, and then on the mesh space here you make 2 single crochet. Then on this point you make 1 single crochet. You repeat that till you get to this point here. Now when you reach this point here, you're going to be making 2 in 1 single crochet. That is, you're going to place your hook like this, pull up your yarn, and you go to the next space, you place your hook, pull up your yarn, and then you're going to pull through all this one. Now you've done 2 in 1 single crochet. Now you're going to continue what you've been doing, 2 single crochet on each mesh pieces. You repeat that until you get to the ending here, this point. So when you've reached this point here, you're going to place your hook on the first single crochet here and you make a slip stitch, something like this. Now you're going to chain 5 and you're going to skip 1 2 single crochet, and on the third one you make a double crochet. You chain 2, you skip 2 single crochet, and on the third one you make a double crochet. Chain 2, you skip 2 single crochet and you make a double crochet on the third one. You chain 2 and you repeat the same thing until you've come to this point again. On this chain space here, you're going to count 1 2, and on the third one you make a slip stitch. Now I've come to the end of row 1 for the mesh part for the sleeve. Now to make the normal single crochet, you're going to chain 1, and then on this point here you make 1 single crochet, and you make 2 single crochet on the chain spaces, just as the way we normally do the normal pattern. Then two single crochet on the chain spaces, then 1 single crochet on the double crochet space. You're going to repeat that, 2 single crochet on the chain spaces, and then 1 single crochet on the single, and then 1 single crochet on the double crochet space. So you're going to repeat that until you get to the end here. Now when you've reached the ending here, you're going to place your hook on this chain 1 space and you make a slip stitch. Now you're going to chain 5 and you're going to skip two single crochet spaces, 1, 2, and on the third one you make a single crochet. You chain 2, you skip 2 single crochet, and on the third one you make a single crochet. So you're going to repeat that until you get to the end. So when you've gotten to this point, you're going to chain 2 as usual, and then on the third stitch for the chain stitch here, you're going to be placing your hook and you make a slip stitch. So we've come to the end of row 2 for the mesh row. The next thing you're going to do now is to repeat everything you did here. That is, you chain 1 and you make single crochet round. When you are done with that, you're going to repeat everything you did on this mesh row here on top of that row. So you're going to repeat what you did on this row and what you did on this row repeatedly until you get to your desired length for the sleeves. So when you get to the ending here, you just have to chain 1 and you cut out the excess yarn, and then you're going to place your darning needle and you weave in ends of this short yarn here. So I ended up doing 30 rows for the sleeve. I did 6 rows with the 3.5mm hook, and I did 12 rows with the 4.5mm hook, and I did another 12 rows with the 5.5mm hook. So this is optional. I just did that because I wanted to achieve a little bit of flare. You can as well continue using your 3.5mm hook. It's optional. You know that everything here will just basically be the same. It won't be wide like this. So you're basically going to repeat everything you did here on the other sleeves. You do that and I'll meet you at the end. And so we've come to the end of this tutorial, and I really hope you found this helpful. If you did, kindly give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it to more people. And if you've not subscribed already, kindly subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on more content to come. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye.